Where does our common reason come from? What gives us this capacity for discernment, right action, and law? All things must come from somewhere. Our bodies are made of elements that come from the earth and are hydrated by the earth's waters. Reason, too, must have a source. This is a profound mystery. The Meditations, An Emperor's Guide to Mastery, by Marcus Aurelius. Rendered in contemporary language by Sam Tarode. Book 4. When your mind is in harmony with nature, you'll easily adapt to every possible situation. Reason doesn't require particular circumstances to work. It works with every circumstance. It turns obstacles into opportunities. A spark may be extinguished by contact, but a fire makes fuel from everything it touches. It consumes seemingly insurmountable objects and burns stronger and brighter because of it. Nurture the flame of reason within until it is a blazing fire. People long to escape life's struggles and relax in country houses, by the seaside, or in the mountains. But it is within your power to find solace at any time, by retreating into yourself. When your thoughts are orderly and tranquil, there is no place quieter and more peaceful than your own soul. There you are free. Take this retreat often to renew yourself. Let your principles be few and fundamental, sufficient to clear your mind and send you back into the world refreshed. What troubles you? The bad behavior of people? Remember these principles. Humans are meant to live together in community. Some do wrong unconsciously because they are ignorant. Countless wrongdoers have died already, and those disturbing you will someday be reduced to ashes too. Are you dissatisfied with your lot in life? Remember that fate is either guided by providence or a chain of fortuitous coincidences. Either way, circumstances can be turned to your benefit. Also, remember that the universe is like one great organism made up of many tiny cells, and each has a role to play, including you. Do you burn with desire for fame? Remember how soon everything is forgotten. Consider the eons of time on either side of the present moment, the emptiness of applause, and the fickleness of fashion. If so much is transitory and fleeting, what is worth doing? Retreat into your inner sanctuary. Here, away from strain and distraction, you are free to observe the world and your reactions objectively. Nothing touches the soul. It cannot be harmed by anything external. When you are upset, it is your own opinion that upsets you. The universe is constantly in flux. Your experience of life is determined by how you look at it. All humans share a common reason. Reason leads us to the path of virtue, telling us what we should do and what we should not do. Thus, there is one moral law common to humanity, and under that law we are all fellow citizens. Our political and geographical differences are secondary. We all comprise one great human nation. Where does our common reason come from? What gives us this capacity for discernment, right action, and law? All things must come from somewhere. Our bodies are made of elements that come from the earth and are hydrated by the earth's waters. Reason, too, must have a source. This is a profound mystery. Death, just as much as life, is a mystery of nature. Our arising from the elements and decomposition into the same, this is not something to be ashamed of or afraid of. It's not contrary to reason, but part of our nature. To change your experience, change your opinion. Stop telling yourself that you're a victim and the pain goes away. What truly hurts you is what makes you a worse person. Don't say you've been harmed if your reason and character are untouched. And no one can muddy your reason and mar your character but yourself. Always follow these 2 rules. 1. Act in accordance with reason. Do only what your inner guide tells you is useful and beneficial. 2. Think in accordance with reason. If your opinions cause you distress, change your opinions. Don't change them to match what's fashionable or popular, but to align your mind with truth. Your life has been a growth of nature. Eventually, you'll disappear back into it, returning to the source from which you came. Whether sooner or later makes no difference. Live well, in accordance with reason, for as long as you have the chance. Much trouble can be avoided by not worrying about what your neighbor thinks, says, or does. Be concerned only that your own thoughts, words, and actions are just and generous. In the race of life, stay in your own lane and focus on the finish line. Don't gawk at the missteps of others. Beautiful things are beautiful in themselves. They're not beautiful because they are admired. Praise adds nothing to beauty, and scorn cannot detract from it. Just think of the things that are considered beautiful by the vulgar. Beauty does not need the support of praise or anything else. The same goes for truth, justice, and goodness. Do any of these depend on popularity contests? Can any of them be discredited by insults? Does a clear, fine-cut gem lose its luster when it isn't praised? If souls can be neither created nor destroyed, does the air around us contain the souls of all who have lived before and all who are yet to be born? When bodies die, they decompose into elements that eventually are transmuted into new living bodies. Perhaps souls, too, are diffused and absorbed back into the creative intelligence of the world, and from this source, fresh souls emerge into the world. This is one hypothesis. Think of how many people have died, and how many more animals have been killed and eaten by humans and each other. Yet the earth is not overflowing with corpses. Life continually renews itself. Everything is harmonious to me that harmonizes with you, O universe. Nothing is too early or too late for me, if it is according to your timing. You bring forth different fruits in different seasons, O nature. All things are from you, all things are in you, all things return to you. Some philosophers say, if you wish to be tranquil, limit your activities to just a few things. But isn't it better to say, if you wish to be tranquil, act in accordance with reason? For this includes not only limiting your activities, but doing them well, and making sure they benefit the community. For reason says that we are social animals with responsibilities to each other. Much of what we do is unnecessary, unfocused, and unhelpful. How much time can you gain by pruning these activities? First, get your thoughts in order. Fruitful actions will follow. Some say the universe is rational and well-ordered. Others say it is meaningless and chaotic. You are part of the universe. Are you a rational being? Can you find meaning and create order in yourself? If order and intelligence exist in one part of the universe, they exist in the all. Love your philosophy and live it out. Be content in all circumstances, entrusting your soul to the gods. Don't be the tyrant or the slave of anyone. Look at the era of Vespasian, and you'll see people marrying, raising children, farming, feasting, boasting, flattering, suspecting, plotting, grumbling, loving, warring, seeking wealth, desiring status, growing sick, and dying. Their lives are no more. Next, look at the era of Trajan, and you'll see people doing the exact same things, and they too are no more. In all times and places, Consider how many people were born, made great efforts, and returned to the earth from which they came. Consider how many others whittled away their time on frivolous pursuits and idle distractions. This exercise will help you keep your own activities in perspective. Focus on what is important, give great attention to great matters, and little attention to little matters. Words spoken in centuries past, eloquent and inspiring in their time, now seem antiquated. The names of great leaders, Camillus, Caeso, Valesius, and the rest, have likewise lost their power. All things pass away into the realm of memory, story, and finally into oblivion. I'm speaking of those whose lives shine brightly. The majority of people aren't celebrated in stories and legends. They're forgotten as soon as they're buried. Even were it possible for you to be remembered eternally, what is remembrance worth to you? Nothing. What then should we strive for in life? Right thoughts, beneficial actions, honest speech, and a cheerful disposition. These things are in harmony with and flow from the eternal source of all. Look around you and see that everything that happens is the result of change. The universe loves nothing more than to change things, rearranging their elements to create new things. Everything that exists is a seed of what is to come. Nothing around you is in its final form. In evaluating a person, always look for their ruling principles. What do they pursue? What do they avoid? Don't judge others based on outward circumstances and appearances. Difficult circumstances can befall anyone. What is telling is how a person responds to their circumstances. Their body may be maimed, dirtied, and disfigured, while the light of reason burns bright within. Picture the universe as one great living being, with one substance and one soul. Seen from this perspective, all its parts are moving together as one, evolving together, co-creating what comes next. Reason does not separate us from the universe. Our ability to sense, perceive, and understand is itself a power of the universe. You are a part of the universe, perceiving itself. Time is a river carrying all events. As soon as one event happens, it's carried away and another takes its place. Then it too is swept away. Life is not disjointed, but logical. Everything that happens is the consequence of what came before. Just as creatures in an ecosystem evolve in adaptation to each other, events are not random, but arise and intertwine in harmony. When the day brings events that seem strange and unusual, remember, the universe is ruled by reason. Pass through this life peacefully, in harmony with nature. End your journey contentedly, like an olive that falls from the tree when it is ripe, blessing Mother Nature and thanking the tree upon which it grew. Be the stone cliff against which the waves constantly break, standing firm against the fury of the sea. Am I unhappy because of what happened to me? No, I remain happy, because regardless of circumstances, I am free, neither crushed by the present, nor afraid of the future. Storms befall everyone, but not everyone can stand firm against them. Why call this event unfortunate? From another perspective, it may be considered lucky. The only true misfortune is when a person leaves the path of wisdom, ignores reason, and violates the laws of nature. Will this circumstance prevent you from being just, generous, honest, or prudent? Can it keep you from the free use of your reason? If not, don't wallow in self-pity, bemoaning your misfortune. It is your good fortune to be able to bear this nobly. Another tool for overcoming the fear of death. Consider those who tenaciously cling to life, despite infirmity and impairment. What more do they gain in comparison to those who die earlier? We will all be buried sooner or later. What does it accomplish to struggle against the inevitable? Look at the immensity of time stretching out behind and before us. On this scale, all human lives, even the longest, are infinitesimally short. What's the difference, then, in living 3 more days or 30 more years? Always take the shortest path, by which I mean the direct, natural route to your goal. Keep in line with reason, and stay clear of all distractions, troubles, conflicts, deceptions, and ostentatious displays.